and I show up and I have to ship all these fucking orders. So for like 3/4 of the day, I was just like packaging up these orders and shit. So, and then like the new woman that's supposed to be doing them, she doesn't know certain things. Like she made an order, printed off the thing, like labeled it up, got it ready to go. And she left me a note like saying like, "Oh yeah, I didn't book a time for this to be picked up. So like, could you do that?" It's like, you can't do it now. You've paid for it, like you're going to take it to the post office. So I'm like, I'm not taking it to the post office. So I was like, okay, I'm going to set mine up. If the mailman comes and he'll take it, cool. Otherwise, it's out of my hands. I'm not carrying it to the fucking post office. So I got to talk to her when she's back and show her what she did wrong there. But other than that, yeah, nothing really. Just the usual. The usual baloney.
The usual baloney.
I mean, I will talk about a podcast I was listening to, but I'll let you tell me about your work week first.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short week.
Yes. Why was
Felt
it a short week?
very long.
Because it was a holiday?
Yeah, it was a holiday on Monday, so
Yeah,
short
family
week.
day. Family day.
It still felt long. We went to Lytton, stayed in Lillooet, but worked in Lytton my Tuesday, Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
As we were leaving, so Ripsick, he works with me, and we thought it best if he went out into the field a couple days and went with one of the crews just so he could learn what goes on out in the field a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And so we're set him to go with one of the crew who's like probably the best one to go with. He's patient. He's good at explaining things. He's the man.
Mm-hmm.
So we have another crew that has come back to replace a concrete pole out by the Parkcrest Elementary
Here in town. Yep.
So that guy goes to fire his truck up.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work.
Okay.
So he has to borrow the guy's truck that Ripsick was supposed to go with.
Mm-hmm.
So he borrows his truck. We head out to Lytton at like, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We get there.
How far away is Lytton?
Lytton is almost 2 hours away.
Okay.
It's like an hour and a little bit.
Yep.
And so we get there and the guy messages me. He's like, "Hey, we're just leaving Kamloops now." It's like noon almost. He's like, "We're just going to go to the hotel." I'm like, "Okay, that's fair."
Yeah.
So we just bum around, do some stuff that we needed to get done, and then drive all the way up to Lillooet because there's
that's
only
how
one.
far?
There's only one. It's like an hour.
Okay.
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Depending on how much construction there is.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go down to Boston Bar, which is south of Lillooet or south of Lytton, and Lillooet
that's
is
how
north
far
of
away?
Lytton.
Sorry.
That's like half an hour away.
Yeah.
Except there's a huge road closure because part of the road is just washed away. And so
Love to
there's
see
a
it.
temporary bridge up right now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's almost like if you're in the front of the line, you're there for half an hour.
Why?
Because they bank the line. They have a lot of people stack up and then let them all go.
They do one
And
side at
they
a
do
time.
one side at a time.
Yeah,
It's pilot car. So you have to follow the pilot car. So you're doing like 40
through all the
kilometers,
turns and everything up to the bridge.
Through all the turns and then up to the bridge.
Yeah.
Only one semi truck can go over the bridge at a time.
Right.
It's like super temporary.
Yeah.
And you go over the bridge, you look down, it's just straight down to the Fraser River.
Yeah. Nice.
And so you're there maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes waiting for the traffic. And that's what we did on Tuesday. We
Just
waited for
sat in
traffic, went down, did what we need to do, came back, sat in traffic, and then just drove straight up to Lillooet and went to the hotel.
Oh my gosh. Fun.
And then the next day, we had a safety meeting
Love meetings.
at the Lytton yard.
Love meetings.
And it was so freaking windy. I'm like, with this wind, no wonder Lytton burned down so fast.
Oh, yeah.
The wind is just unreal.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they're
you get
like
a little-
in a bit of a valley there, right?
Yeah, and it's like a north-south facing
Yeah,
valley. So
just whistles right through.
It just goes so fast through there.
Yeah.
And we're sitting out in the yard waiting for the meeting to happen, just freezing. We're like, oh my God, I did not bring enough cold weather gear for this.
Oh, God. So you didn't do it inside?
No, it's just a yard.
Oh, my
It's a yard
God.
with
They don't
sea
even
cans
have like...
and-
You could? Is there an empty sea can you could stand in?
I don't know, maybe.
Good Lord.
And you could tell by, depending on the weather, how muddy that yard was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just huge ruts of people just
Just
driving their
frozen
trucks in and out,
ruts.
but now frozen.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, no wonder they don't want us driving in the yard, because they were like, don't drive in the yard if it's wet.
Yeah. Because he'll never get out, or he'll
Well,
just
you
leave
just
giant
chew it
ruts.
up.
Yeah.
You'll just chew it up. It's just like a field that is fenced off with sea cans in it. That's the yard.
Nice.
Yeah, super cold. Yeah, and then I'm like, hey, how is Rip gonna be joining you guys? And he's like, oh yeah, my truck's broken, so no.
Nice.
So he was stuck at the hotel in Lillooet with a broken truck.
So he just stayed at the hotel?
No, the guy Rip was supposed to be going with, so Rip was with us, just stayed with us the entire day.
Oh, yeah.
Running around doing management things.
Fun.
Yes.
Lovely.
And then, yeah, just came home. Meetings all day, all day on Thursday.
Love it. Love meetings. Oh,
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
And then Friday, just sorting out the rest of the week.
Fun.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
Can't get enough.
Yeah.
But vacation is next week.
When does that start?
That starts on the weekend.
Okay.
But I will be here for Sunday's podcast.
Okay, so we are going to do it.
Yeah, we had a change of plans just because the places that we want to go, it's a little bit too snowy. And it's a little bit too cold still to go camping.
Still be snowy up there.
Yeah, it's we went up there last week. I probably said this already, but yeah, we went up there last week to check it out, and it was just full on snow.
Yeah,
still.
Oh yeah, it's way too early for that shit up there.
Yeah,
yeah. You're thinking like end of March maybe.
Yeah. It's Geese and Duck open up on Monday or Wednesday.
Oh
March the
gosh.
1st. So, but it's still too snowy, and there's still too much ice on the lakes.
Are the birds even back yet?
They're supposed to be, because that's the first day of the season.
All right.
Talking about hunting.
Yep. Murdering of animals.
Murdering animals to eat them.
Yes, not just for fun.
Not just for fun. We're going to eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had goose before. Have you had goose? Eaten
not
goose?
like a shot goose like
No,
that, but
goose?
I think I've had goose before.
Yeah, I've never had goose before.
I probably have. I mean, I've eaten so much weird shit in my time that I probably had it at one of the Fish and Game meetings, but
yeah,
I don't remember.
I
mean, I know I've had bear and moose, elk, buffalo, alligator, crocodile, all that shit, but not that you can hunt crocodiles around here.
No.
They very rarely survive in the wild here.
Yeah. What was it? Yesterday was my cousin's birthday. It wasn't really his birthday, but we celebrated it on that day.
How old?
He's 50 something. But it's
crazy.
I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before, because we started this podcast right before COVID or during COVID.
A little before.
Yeah. So I don't know if I've spoken about his birthday before.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but
it's
I don't remember.
It's like a to event every year. Yeah? It usually happens in January. There's usually a snowstorm. But we all go up to his place. He cooks us all food, and then we play video games for the rest of the night.
Hey, all right. So no girls allowed.
It's a no girls allowed event. Like, his wife has to leave.
Crazy.
Yeah, he cooks us all a huge Japanese dinner. So there was sushi, like 2 plates of sushi. 3 plates of sushi. And
he makes it?
Yeah, he makes it all.
Wow. For his own birthday?
Yeah.
He's got it all fucked up.
Yakisoba, fried rice.
Crazy.
Seared tuna. Like, it was, there's tons of stuff.
Crazy.
And it's super delicious. You just eat until you can't eat anymore. And then you attempt to
play
games.
Fortnite?
No, NHL.
Oh, which one?
2023.
Oh, like
the
brand
latest
new,
one.
Brand
the latest
new.
one every time.
Oh, wow. Crazy.
We used to play Halo, but
it's old news.
Yeah, that's old news. I'm so bad at hockey.
Oh,
I don't know how to play this game at all.
I haven't played a new hockey game since like 2013 or something like that. So, and they all use the stick now to shoot.
Yeah, it's all stick to shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure like previous times it was right bumper to pass before. But now
that's probably like checking now, or like
it's poke check, but it's also pass.
Oh yeah.
It was pass, I think.
Yeah.
Now it's wrist flick the puck.
Oh, like a dump?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Except, a high dump, so pop it up and over.
Oh, yeah.
And so every time I try and pass, I just send it straight over the glass. And a ref would be like,
yeah, exactly. Delay a game.
Delay of game. Like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
What the frick is the pass button? And like, nobody knows what they're doing.
No, fuck no.
Except for, my cousin and his select few friends who play the game on a regular basis.
Are they drinking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that sort of evens the odds a little bit for you.
Yeah. We were playing on like the CPU on regular difficulty because we couldn't get the 2 Xboxes to connect for some reason. We got one in one room, one in the other room, so we have like 4 on 4.
Didn't do it through Xbox Live?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work?
It wouldn't work.
What?
So it kept telling my cousin's Xbox they didn't have it. I'm like, what? We're literally playing the game right now, and we don't have it?
Oh, is he logged in? Is his account on both Xboxes?
No, his friend logs in on the other Xbox.
Oh, weird.
But his friend had a previous version. He had like the Xbox One S version, which isn't compatible with the Xbox One version.
Really?
The Xbox
Xbox
X.
Series X.
Yeah, he had the Xbox One version on his Series X, which isn't compatible with the Xbox
One X version. Yes, that's correct.
Or Xbox.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they both have X's.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't compatible. We couldn't figure it out. But yeah, we played one game versus the computer.
Yeah. Smashed, dominated by the computer.
Oh yeah, it was like 7-0 for the Canucks.
The Canucks suck right now too.
They sure do.
Yeah.
And then we finally got it working. We got it linked up, but for some reason you could only have 5 players in your game total. You couldn't do like 4v4 versus.
Oh yeah, they just had one side.
One side.
Yeah.
You could have 5 people, but you could pick which side you wanted to be on, but you could only have 5 people. We were like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's like a they're like, how many people are you going to be having on one couch together kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they just stop it. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a bizarre game. I don't know how it works at all.
Yeah.
We used to, like I said, we used to play Halo, and this was 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was in my prime still.
Oh yeah.
just
big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, big fish in a small pond.
That was like me too for Halo. Just whipping the shit out of my friends and then play online and be like, wow, I'm really bad. But I could kick the shit out of my friends.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are, 5-10 years older than me, so they're not.
Oh, that's even better, dude.
So, yeah.
Their reflexes are even worse. That's nice.
Yeah, it was a good time. Everyone still talks about those times too.
Oh yeah, the good old days.
The good old days.
Exactly. No doubt.
Yep.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah, I started a 20-hour print before I left.
And it worked perfectly.
It worked 100% perfectly. So I was having issues with my print sticking to the bed because it was, and it would shrink too much because it was too cold. So I got the enclosure. And now it gets so hot in there. I have a magnetic print bed in there, but it gets so hot that print bed loses its magnetism.
Yeah.
And it rotated. It slowly rotated over, and now I have a print that's
all fucked up.
45 degrees. It's totally messed up.
It's unsalvageable.
Yeah, half of it is printed the right way, and half of it is rotated 45 degrees.
I'm holding it in my hand right now, and I could not even guess what this is supposed to be.
I mean, you probably wouldn't have guessed what it was supposed to be anyway, because it's a part to a much larger system of sorting and inventorying.
Oh, okay.
It's a 3x4 weighted base plate for the Gridfinity system.
Oh, okay.
So those holes in the top, you would put magnets in there. You would snap in little compartments to sort your stuff into.
I see.
So I was gonna make one to put all my PC parts into, like all my little PC screws and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Builds. I don't have to like keep snapping open stuff, fishing around. I just sort everything out into little bins, and then they're good to go at my fingertips.
Can I get a recreation of when you looked in your little hole after and saw this? Can you recreate what you said or what happened?
I don't even know what I said. I probably just
were you just like, what the fuck?
I was probably like, fuck. So I made sure it was good before I left, because I was like, 20-hour print. Don't want to get all the way through this and have it fucked up when I come out the other side, right?
Yeah.
And so get downstairs this morning, almost 20 hours later, like 18 hours later, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's like 249 grams of plastic, 20 hours of printing.
It's a good fire starter anyways.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I need to find a place that does plastic recycling so I can make filament again out of it. Just recycle all my old filament.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. You put it in a hopper and it just grinds it up, and then it extrudes it back using 3D printer parts, like the hot end. And
so could you print that for yourself?
I probably could, but I would need another couple parts to do it, actually.
Well, with the amount of fucking up that's happening, I think you should invest.
Yeah. They're pretty expensive off
the
shelf.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's a serious mess up right there.
Yeah, that sucks. Good thing it's only like 50 cents worth of filament.
Yeah, filament's super cheap. Yeah. I've been looking at other stronger filaments because that filament's super firm and brittle as frig.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I print small walled containers, it just snaps.
If you were to like drop this fully made on the ground, would it just break?
No, it would stay together.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
a monstrosity. That's a monstrosity for
for
sure. definitely.
Yeah, there's other stuff I can print in, like I can even print in carbon fiber reinforced stuff. But
Oh my god, incredible.
yeah, they make all kinds of filament. There's even like wood impregnated filament so that you can like sand it and have like a nice wood finish.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It is crazy.
Huh. Interesting.
Video games I've been playing?
Uh-huh.
Dead Cells, that's it.
Still on the Dead Cells,
Yeah.
eh? It's a Mikey T game through and through.
Well, it's other people game too. Because it's a roguelike.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's up your alley.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Come on.
But I've been getting better at it. I can get through like the first 2 bosses super quick now.
Oh, nice.
Super easily.
That does make me think of like Dark Souls,
Oh, yeah.
because like when I first played Dark Souls, it'd be like, I just get clowned on by the first boss, and now like I can get through the first 2 bosses without getting hit by anybody all the way up to those bosses.
Yeah.
So you definitely improve with
Oh, yeah.
with anything, I guess.
My preferred build is there's this cleaver that when you have to kill somebody to get ammo for it, but when you hit somebody with it, it stuns. Doesn't matter. Boss doesn't matter.
Oh,
it stuns them.
Nice.
And then there's also a tentacle that I've been using.
Ooh, say some more.
You slap it out at somebody,
Yes.
you grip onto them and pull
Yeah.
them towards you.
Grip on
Yeah.
for sure.
But if you attack again while you're in midair of going towards each other, you crit, which stuns.
Oh.
So you hit him with the cleaver, grab him, stun him again, kill him. Just dead.
Wow. Sounds like cheating almost.
It's almost cheating. Like, it's such a good build.
Tentacle build.
And then bosses, I just put down 2 traps and just have them run into the trap over and over again and kill
What
them.
the hell? You're cheesing them.
Cheesing it for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a fun game. I've been unlocking more of the abilities like spider climb and smash through certain walls.
Nice.
And I've got I just unlocked the Explorer's Rune, where if you explore most of the level, it reveals everything on the map.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, oh,
there's
give me
a
them hot
secret over here.
secrets.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, after you finish, there's one that I found, one sub boss, and then another boss who is on the Black Bridge, and that's how you have to beat him to get to the next set of levels. I don't think you can do it through the other boss. The concierge on the Black Bridge is the one you have to beat.
Oh, the concierge.
And then you get to go to the next set of levels, which are all just ridiculously hard.
Yeah, for when you first start them anyways.
Yeah. And finding your way through the different areas. Just like in Dark Souls, there's a whole bunch of ways you can go to get to different bosses in different areas. And so you got to do that as well in Dead Cells.
But isn't Dead Cells like procedurally generated?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all procedurally generated, but there are, certain gates that'll take you to certain different areas.
Okay.
And so
once you've unlocked them.
Yeah. The clock tower is the furthest I've gotten so far.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
Sounds like Castlevania.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's a Castlevania expansion for it. I think there's 4 expansions for it that I want to get, but
nice.
I haven't invested yet.
Yeah, you got to get your money's worth out of what you got already.
Yeah, I know. But I keep, there's this one exit in the first zone that'll take you to a DLC area, and I'm like, oh, damn it, I keep finding this exit.
Oh, I hate that. That's BS, dude.
Yeah, it's fully
when games do that.
Geared towards the speedrunning community, too. So if you do a level in a certain amount of time, you get a bonus door at the end so that you can get, money, cells, weapons, and stuff like that out of it. So you have to get through the first level in under 2 minutes to get that door. And so I'll be getting close to being the 2 minute mark, and then I'll find this exit that takes me to the DLC area, and I go, Gah!
Yeah. That sucks, dude. I hate that shit. That was when I played Dragon Age Origins, when you finally get through all. No, wait, was it Dragon Age Origins or Dragon Age 2? I can't remember. But you get to your little base camp, and there's a dude there. He's like, hey, I'm dwarf, whatever.
Yeah.
I got a quest for him. Yeah, I'll take your quest. Sounds good. And he accepted, and it opens up the store to buy the quest. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. Say what you will about how scummy that is. It's a really good tactic.
Well, that's why they do it.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
That's why they do it. I mean, in Dragon Age, I was going to buy it anyways.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But I just was and actually, I think I'd already bought the season pass. So I think I had it anyways.
Yeah.
But it was really oh, for fuck's sakes, get out of here with this trash, man. So.
Yeah. Highly recommend Dead Cells to those who like side-scrolling action platforming, roguelike, Souls-like games. Because it just feels good to play. The movement is very fluid. The combat it's punchy, it hits hard, and it's really easy to master. And yeah, the exploration, the movement, great, love it, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I might. I don't know. If it's free, if I have it for free, I might try it. I don't know.
I don't think you do. I don't think they've given it
might
away
be
for
on
free yet.
Game Pass. I seem to remember seeing it on Game Pass.
Yeah, maybe it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, so I don't know. The other thing though with on Game Pass is like I also don't want to try these games because I don't like to get an achievement on a game I'm not going to play anymore of. Cuz then it just sort of sits there like, yeah, you got one achievement in Dead Cells. Yep, I'm on your list forever now. It's just like, oh my god.
Wow, I haven't installed on here.
You don't have Game Pass installed on there?
I don't have it installed on
That's
here
okay.
since
I'll forgive you.
Reinstalled everything.
I'll forgive you. Did you play anything else?
Other than the Game Club game?
Oh, Game Club game. Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Oh yeah, that's about it. Just Dead Cells.
Cool.
And NHL 2023.
Yes. I played Until Dawn. It was it's a like movie game, like a walking game kind of. But it's a horror game. It's from Supermassive. It's on the PlayStation.
Oh,
Supermassive games.
Or am I thinking about Supergiant Games?
Probably. Supermassive just does this style of game, so
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm thinking about Supergiant.
It's basically like these teenagers go back to the place of a tragedy a year later, and they're having a meetup with the friends. Whatever. It takes place in Alberta, and it's like a horror movie, slasher movie. What's happening? You know, you play as the characters. They can live, they can die, whatever. I beat it I don't know, a few days ago. Only one death, and it was because of a stupid maneuver on my part, basically.
Yep.
I could have lived, but I played it like a fool. But I had a good time doing it. But it gave me an idea for a video I want to do. I don't want to mention what the video is, but I'm replaying it to get more footage and stuff.
Yeah, if you are a Patreon, you will learn what that video is actually.
Oh, yeah.
In the Patreon bonus content.
That's right. Don't tell anybody.
I won't.
Not you.
Patreons don't.
I mean, no one's gonna steal my idea. It's too stupid, but whatever. So I'm doing that. So I beat it. Now I'm playing it again the second time, collecting stuff I missed, but also being a total jerk this time. Because you can be nice and help people out, or you can be a dick and screw people over. So I'm doing that. I've got one girl killed so far. I think that's the only person that could be killed up to this point has died. But I've been like choosing all the bad options and being a total doucher and everything. So it's pretty fun. Nice. I like it. Interesting story, written by a guy who I've seen a lot of his movies before. It's a actual like movie producer, writer of horror movies. It also stars like real people, like Rami Malek's in it, Hayden Panettiere, other actors. Those are like the main real ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like those kind of games though. So
yeah, a lot of those have been coming out lately.
Yeah, Supermassive has been doing really good because they did like the House of the Man of Medan, and then they did their what was the next one? Little Hope, House of Ashes. They did The Devil in Me, also The Quarry. They're all from the same company.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it a lot.
Nice.
It's just like an interactive movie.
Yeah.
Pretty good graphics too. So
would have come out on the Sega CD if it could.
They probably wouldn't have as good graphics, I would think.
Probably not.
I would think the graphics would be bad, but
it's funny how it's not. Could you call it an FMV?
What, these ones?
Yeah.
No, not really.
No,
because they don't actually have video footage of these guys. You control them. They scan them, and you control them.
So it's just okay.
So it's like the scanned face of Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, and
she does the voice acting and stuff. But you control her and walk her around and everything like that. I mean, there's cutscenes that are FMV, but it's not like video footage of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like it a lot.
Nice.
I was not disappointed by the story. And as I played it through the second time, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. That's like foreshadowing this, and like that leads to this, and like, oh, it all makes sense. So, which is good because sometimes movies are not, they don't adhere to their own rules for what's happening.
Yeah.
So, but the other thing, not game related and not, I didn't watch anything else either, really, besides Last of Us, which we'll talk about. But at work, no, okay. So the way this came about was on TikTok, I was going through and I was looking at TikToks, and I keep getting like clips of podcasts recommended to me, and I'll look at them briefly and swipe away. Or if it's something really that I do not want to see, I'll like say, don't show me this anymore. So like,
Yeah.
as soon as I see Jordan Peterson's face, I'm like, don't show me that shit. I don't want to see Jordan Peterson. But I would swipe through and I'd get all these clips of these comedy podcasts with these guys in it. And I'd be like, who is this guy? Like, why do I keep seeing this guy? So then I'd Google him and be like, oh, he's a stand-up comedian or whatever. And I'd be like, okay, I guess he's sort of funny, whatever. But I kept seeing these clips of Bobby Lee. Do you know Bobby Lee?
Yep.
From like Mad TV and stuff. So it'd always be him on a podcast with this other guy, this redheaded dude. And I'd watch him for a bit and I'd just swipe by. But they kept showing him, and eventually it'd be like, just sort of, it would catch my interest enough that I'd like listen to it. And I'd be like, oh, that was pretty funny, actually. So I'd swipe through and I'd be like, well, what is this from? And I figured out it's from him and his podcast, this redheaded guy, Andrew Santino. They do a podcast called Bad Friends.
Oh, that was close.
You were close. You guys best friends or boyfriend or bad felch. I can't remember. Anyways. So I was like, oh, okay. So I searched it. They're still doing it. It's on like the thing. So I was like, okay, at work, I'll like listen to these guys do their podcast.
Yeah.
I find it hilarious, first of all. They have a good like back and forth to them. Bobby Lee is a little crazier. Like he says some things where it's just like, wow, you're a total dick about this or whatever.
Yep.
But it's still funny. And then his buddy, I guess them and are really good friends because Andrew will also be like very racist back to him and like do like a Korean voice to him and call him like offensive names, but they're fine with it. So it's whatever, but it's hilarious. So I was listening to that at work and it was just cracking me up. But the reason I wanted to bring it up was I was like, the only reason I found this was because of TikTok and these stupid TikTok clips that I don't think it's them doing it. I think it's just some fans or whatever are doing clips or whatever. So I was like, man, I really got to do that for this show here. Like, I really got to do the TikToks and the shorts.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I'm like, yeah, that's probably a good idea to do that too.
Because like I did it for, I don't know if you saw Michael T 33, but I did one for the last show. Just one.
The last show. I know you did the one where we were having hot takes on Call of Duty bots.
I did another one.
You did another one?
For the last show. When I talked about when I sneezed when I was pooing. And I made a short of that. I put it up, whatever you get. It got like 800 views on YouTube and it got like, 800 views on TikTok.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, okay. When I made like the clip of the weekly catch up, it got 3 views.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is something I got to do. But making a TikTok is such a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah, it is.
It sucks balls, but
yes, it does.
I kind of got to do it. So I don't know. I think I'll still do the regular videos stuff, but I'm going to try to get more TikToks going and stuff like that because just more eyes on it.
Yeah.
So
need an editor.
Yeah, it's true. But like, I mean, I don't know. We don't have the money to be paying someone to do that.
Not yet anyway.
So anyways, I'm going to start doing that or try to.
Do it.
I'm also lazy.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see. Like when I swear to God, I got ADHD because when I thought of it, I'm like, I got to make this TikTok. And that's all I just worked on it and did it and was like, yeah, I got to do it. And I get like that where I'll be like focused on something and be like, yes, okay, here we go. And then I'll be like, whatever, a week later, be like, forget that. So
I just suffer from management burnout.
Oh yeah.
So.
I don't got that problem. It's just, I think I got ADHD or something. I don't know. Because I can get hyper focused on it and then just be like, it's cool. I don't need to do it anymore. So yeah, that was my, I would recommend. Do you ever listen to comedy podcasts?
No.
Me neither. Because generally I don't find people funny, usually.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, that was funny, whatever. But I won't like laugh at it or anything. But like, I'm like at work, like, stifling my laugh because I'll sound like a crazy man laughing to myself.
I try to listen to music more than podcasts.
Oh yeah,
because podcasts distract me.
I mean, when I'm doing like my work at work, it doesn't matter if I get distracted.
Yeah,
because I'm like lifting a box or whatever.
It definitely matters if I get distracted.
But yeah, I mean, I used to just listen to music when I would be working at the warehouse, but now I'm just listening. So the only bad thing is like they only got like 150 episodes or whatever this show. And I've already listened to like 8 of them. So I'm going to run out shortly. And I think the further they go along, they start bringing in other guests that I don't care to hear.
Yeah.
It'll be like, why do you have your idiot stand-up friend on there or whatever. So
idiot stand-up friends, bunch of idiots.
Well, it'll be, and they talk about like this is early COVID. This started, so it's already like 2 or 3 years old. These are, but they're talking about these guys that are sort of come out as being like sleazy, like Chris D'Elia.
Oh yeah,
they always talk about I was talking to Chris and stuff like that, and he's kind of like done for because he's like a bit of a predator. Or Brian Callahan, who's also on Mad TV, but he also came out to be a bit of a weirdo.
I don't know if they got Chris D'Elia fully canceled.
Well, no, but there a lot of stuff came out about him being a weirdo on like Snapchat and stuff.
Yeah,
there's the famous clip of him on one of the podcasts where he realizes you can save Snapchat texts and stuff like that, and his face just drops because that's where he did all of his like perverting was on Snapchat. But yeah, Brian Callahan, same thing. He was being a bit of a wiener, so they're always talking about these two guys. So it's just like, they're going to be on the show eventually, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it looks like his most recent comedy shows have been canceled due to sexual misconduct.
Yeah. So, that seems to be kind of thing in comedy. I don't know. Like, think about what's his name? What's the initial? Louis C.K.
Yeah,
I'd be like jacking off in front of female comics and stuff like that. And they just kind of were like, they had to go along with it because he's Louis C.K. So, I don't know. I guess to be a comic, you got to be fucked in the head, I guess. I don't know.
Kind of. Seems to work out.
I guess so. It's unfortunate. But whatever. Anyways, I guess I'll just skip those episodes when I get to them. Or who knows? Maybe they've removed them. I don't actually know. Maybe they removed them from the feed. I don't know. If we had a guest on here and it was like, oh, that guy was a sexual predator, well, I guess we'll move that episode from the feed.
Take that right off.
Yeah, so.
Take that right off.
Anyways.
A new YouTube documentary accused comedian Chris D'Elia of running a sex cult ring with alleged abusers.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
What is a sex cult ring?
You just pass around someone to abuse.
I suppose.
I guess. I don't know. Or be like, here's how you can take advantage of this person. Just say this, that, or the other thing, and they'll go along with it. I don't know. I'm not a member of a sex cult.
No, you don't know how it works either. Me neither.
Let's call an expert.
We should.
Who do we know?
I don't have Chris's number.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways. But yeah, I hear about all these comedy podcasts and it's so funny, and then I'll just be like, it's not that funny. But this one I don't know, it really tickles me, right?
Yep. Until one of them is a sexual predator.
Well, Bobby Lee does talk about all the time doing stand up and doing over the fence or through the doorway or something, where he pulls his dick out on stage. And he talks always about sending, like, Andrew Santino, the guy on his podcast, he'll just send a picture of his dick to him and be like, thinking of you or whatever. Which I guess is fine if it's your buddy or whatever.
Yeah, and that's consensual.
But, like, is it consensual? Like, we're buddies. If I sent you a picture of my dick that said thinking of you, would you just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It'd be funny. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. But it would also be hilarious as fuck.
Okay, all right. So you'd be okay with it if I did it then?
Yeah, but I have no issues with penises.
Okay. But if it was like, let's say it's a random person, like someone you don't know.
Yeah, maybe if it's a random person, that'd be a little bit strange. Be like, okay.
Okay, and it's also like, okay, it's fine to send it to you. But like, what if I send it to like a female friend? Here's a picture of my hogger. Thinking of you. That would come over a little different, I think.
Just a little bit different. Just a little bit, yeah.
Oh my God. So, yeah, anyways.
I watched more season 2 of Witcher.
Oh yeah, throw a coin to your Witcher.
Yeah, throw a coin to your Witcher. Like, Jaskier is great. He's the bard.
Yeah,
he's great.
It's comic relief.
Comic relief, yeah. But yeah, pretty good.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Every episode in season 2 is just a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this extremely minor event that happens in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
That is now a huge event in season 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was on the screen for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Didn't understand what was going on in like the episode that you see it in season 1. And now it's just this huge event that's happening in season 2 because of the thing that was on the screen for 5 seconds in season 1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
What are the girls' names in there? Yennefer and
Ciri.
Oh yeah, Yennefer.
Yennefer.
She was the like hunchback one, right?
Yeah.
And she had her little God, she's hot. Holy, that's crazy. That's all I remember from that show. It's like, fuck, she's hot. Holy.
Yeah, her character is interesting now in season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a weird show where they were like cybering and stuff like that through their holograms or whatever. I don't even remember, dude. It was so weird.
No, they were just doing it.
Were they doing it?
She had magic people to watch.
Yeah, but didn't she have her like fake body on for him? So she didn't look all hunchbacked at first? Weren't they doing it like psychically or something? I don't even remember.
I don't know. Well, I can't remember.
Because it was before she got her like
she had her surgery.
She had her plastic surgery to become even super hot, and they were like having like weird telekinetic sex or something like that. I don't know.
I think they were at some point.
He's an elf or something like that.
A half elf, I think. Or, no, she's half elf. No, quarter elf.
Anyways, very weird.
He's elf at all.
Yeah, I couldn't even though she was so hot, I could not continue watching. So, anyways,
it's pretty middling.
Yeah, I don't understand why you continue to watch this shows that are just like, it's all right.
It's still entertaining, but it's pretty middling. And like some of the episodes are pretty good, some of the episodes are pretty bad. Like for the first episode with the Beauty and the Beast thing, I was like, what? Oh my God, this better not be setting the precedent for the entire season where they're just going to go through and do fairy tales.
Oh God.
And then there's Baba Yaga, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And then it's like they touch on these things. They touch on these things. The first episode was like full Beauty and the Beast. And the one with like, because I can't remember if it's Baba Yaga, like the witch in the woods with like the house that's on chicken feet.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what witch that's called.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, they touch on that as well.
And Chicken Little.
Yeah, and that's like a reoccurring theme, and I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's happening in this show right now.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. Even if a show's good, I'm just like, it's not that good. I don't need to watch this.
But we also started, I don't know if I touched on this before, we started watching the Physical 100.
You did?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it last time.
That's edge of my seat excitement all the time.
Good Lord, dude.
It's awesome.
I can't watch that reality shit.
It's just because it's Asian and
it reminds you of
mainly
your culture.
Korean. Well, no, it's just everyone is super polite and super respectful, which is kind of silly.
Yeah.
It's not silly.
You slap the shit out of somebody and you'd be like, sorry about that.
It's so different from the way we think of things over here because everyone's like, oh my God, look at this champion. Oh, we gotta clap as he comes in. Everyone
the
shakes
respect.
his hand. There's just so much respect that goes around.
Do you not think that is like depending on the like person, the respect is there? Like if it's a military show and everyone's military and then like a famous retired military general comes in, you don't think they would be like, oh my God, sir, like it's so an honor to meet you?
Yeah.
But if it was just you or me, it'd be just like, hey, okay, thank you, sir, but you're just an old timer to me.
Yeah.
But is it just in this show? Because all these guys are like peak specimens. They all know, they
know a lot about who each other, everyone is, except for like, you know, there's a couple of guys where it's just like, oh, this guy's a car salesman, but he's jacked as frig.
Yeah.
This guy is just like a bodybuilder. He's nothing special. These guys are like reservists in the army, so nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
But everyone still shows respect to everyone.
Yeah, it'd be like if Guy Lafleur came into a hockey like meeting, all the hockey guys would be like, "Oh, sir, you're like, you know, incredible, blah blah blah, whatever."
Yeah.
No one be like, "Man, fuck that guy. He only scored 30 goals. Fuck that guy. I scored 35 goals." Be a little different.
Yeah.
So
a little bit.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The regular Joes don't have the respect for people in North America.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.